Let's talk a little Florida Gator recruiting. No, we're not talking transfer portal. This is high school recruiting. There was some big news breaking last night for Gator Nation, and we got Zach Alboverdi, the one that broke all the news last night, the one that got it shaken. He's on this video. We're going to go behind the scenes and find out how five-star Dallas Wilson is now a Florida Gator. I know you went to bed last night thinking, hey, he's an Oregon Duck still. Well, he is now a Florida Gator. We're going to break it all down. But first, Gator fans, do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button right now to the On3 Recruits channel. This is the best recruiting channel on all of YouTube. So jump on board, hit subscribe. All right, let's bring in Zach Alboverdi from GatorsOnline.com. Zach, whew. Big news last night, five-star Dallas Wilson. It's not even really flipping his commitment. How would you categorize what happened last night with Dallas Wilson and the Gators?
Yeah, this has been in the works for this week throughout the last few days, Josh, and appreciate you having me on. And I got to give a shout out to our network of reporters at On3. We got so many guys with boots on the ground and folks on the Oregon side, folks on the Florida side that kind of heard rumblings of this happening. Tuesday was actually the day that he submitted his paperwork to be released from what is now a financial aid affidavit. They don't sign letters of intent anymore. But shout out to Corey Bender from Gators Online. He kind of heard this first on our side. And then Justin Hopkins from the Oregon On3 site, he put it out late Wednesday, I guess technically early Thursday, that this was trending away from Oregon, and I was able to officially confirm it. And this is a huge development for Florida. I mean, wide receiver is one of their biggest needs just in general in the 25 cycle because of the two playmakers that they're losing, Elijah Badger and Shamir Dike. So to add Wilson to what was already a really good receiver class is quite the haul for Florida.
Yeah, and we were talking about Wilson prior to signing day. There's a lot of rumors. Keith Niebuhr was at his game, right? You guys all at Gators Online have been all over this one, but Keith Niebuhr was at his game, and it kind of sounded, he kind of had the door open there, and he took that final visit. But in the end, he inks with Oregon. So now with Dallas Wilson on board, we viewed him as an instant impact type player. Do you think that this is maybe why the Gators weren't jumping all over that first wave of transfer portal wide receivers? Did they know that this was cooking?
100%. 100%. I think that obviously, as we mentioned, it was one of the biggest needs for Florida in this class. Yeah. I think they went into the transfer portal knowing that they were going to target some guys, and all of a sudden, Dallas Wilson started having second thoughts and kind of reached out to the staff, kept the lines of communication open. And I have to say, Josh, I think it worked out for Florida that they just happened to have their bowl game in Tampa this week. I'll just throw that out there. I think that was very fortuitous for the Gators that it worked out that way. So absolutely, I think that once it became apparent to them that this could happen and that they could still get Dallas as a part of their class and as an early enrollee, that certainly affected their approach in the portal. I've also been told, and we've reported at Gators Online, that maybe Florida has also been waiting for some other potential targets at wide receiver who have not entered the portal yet to potentially throw their names into the mix. So I think that also played into it. Now, that being said, they have still recruited portal receivers. I think they're trending for the UCLA transfer, but Dallas Wilson coming into the fold certainly, I think, affected how they recruited that position.
Yeah, and he goes 6'3", 193 pounds. I mean, he is the type. So if you're a Florida Gator fan and maybe you didn't follow all this high school drama, do you expect Dallas Wilson to get into that rotation when he arrives in Gainesville?
I do, yes. I think that there is an opportunity there for not only him, but some of their other receivers that they've got coming in, and certainly any transfers that they add. But he's a five-star prospect, Josh. He is an immediate impact guy. There's a reason why he was so coveted in the 2025 cycle. And by being an early enrollee, he's going to have a chance to come in, go through spring practice, learn the playbook, get acclimated to the college game. And he's going to have every opportunity not only to play and earn snaps in the rotation, but he can contend for a starting job. They have two spots wide open now with Badger and DK leaving. And I have to think he's going to be in the mix for at least one of them.
Absolutely unbelievable turn of events here in Gainesville. So, as they get ready for the bowl game, like you said, they're also heavy in the portal. What do you think the next move is in the portal? What do the Gators need to accomplish before it closes?
Yeah, I think they need to go out and find an offensive tackle. I think that going into this portal cycle, their biggest needs were receiver and offensive tackle. Now, the great news on the offensive line is that you're getting back 4 of your 5 starters with the news of Jake Slaughter and Austin Barber deciding to return. But you lose Brendan Crenshaw-Dixon, who was the tackle that you added in the portal in the last cycle. We'll still see if there's any other potential tackles that could enter their names in after their season ends. With the postseason, I think that that's something to watch for. But I would say that, and probably the edge position. I don't know if that was necessarily a huge need going into the portal, but after losing Jack Pyburn and TJ Searcy and some other guys, they probably would like to add someone from the portal. And hey, one of those guys might actually be TJ Searcy. They might get him back. They're trying to make that happen. So those are, I think, the 2 biggest positions of need right now.
All right. Well, Zach, today it's all about that Dallas Wilson flip. The party rages on at Gators Online. Appreciate you taking a little bit of time to come on the Inside Scoop and talk about your breaking news from last night.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Josh.